Good morning, my name's Graham West. You're joining me at the prolific St Albans lakes in Hertfordshire. We're going to have a look at some really positive bream fishing, loads of bait, ground bait, pellets, worms, dead maggots, everything you name it's going in, so we can catch a big load of bream today. Okay, right, tip one, you can't fish positive with the amount of not enough ground bait, so we're going to I'm going to mix up 3 kilos of ground bait, 2 kilos of the 50/50 method and paste, which has always caught me loads of fish on here, and the new Super Feeder Dark from Sonia Baits as well, probably half a kilo of that. The reason I put that in is it's quite active. We're fishing in quite deep water, so I need a bit of a column coming off, so the fish, because we're in deep water, not all going to be on the bottom, they're going to be hovering loads of depth. I've got a little column coming off, the fish are going to find that column and hopefully put their noses down. So I'll put that in, so I'm going to get a quick mix to mix it up without watering. That should be sufficient. Now, before I put the water in the ground bait, I'll add a little bit of liquid flavour, because if everyone does the same thing, you're not going to have an edge. So a little bit of fluid. The F1 liquid flavour has been fantastic for me. A generous helping of that. Get the mix around. Cool, I could drink that. There we go. Plenty of that in there. Now it's going to be a 2-stage process. I'm going to get it mixed up first. I'm going to leave it for 20 minutes, let it absorb all the water, then we're going to mix it again. Right, we've left that 20 minutes now. This ground bait 50/50 green has been an absolute dream of a ground bait for me over the last 4 years. It's caught me so many fish, and there's so many particles in there. There's halibut pellets, there's all sorts of things in there, and I think that's the reason why once you put it in and fish home in on that, and they don't go. Once they turn up, they stay. It's as simple as that. Right, so that's been there for 20 minutes now. As you can see, it's gone quite dry, fluffy now, even though it was quite stodgy at the start. So I'm just going to finish that off now. That should be enough in there. Now I don't want it too wet, so obviously, because I'm going to be adding chopped worms and everything to it, so which will make it a little bit more stodgy. So yeah, so relatively dry, not too stodgy. So when I put some liquid in it with regards to chopped worms, it's not going to go like a, because it is a method and paste ground bait. Otherwise it get too stodgy and too sticky. So and there we go. Smells absolutely beautiful. Come on, let's catch some fish, come on. Okay, so the setups today we're going to use, I'm using a 12-2 Dutch Master Sentient paired with a 520 Centris with 5 pound sinking mono. Now there's also a lot of carp in this lake, so we need to make sure that the rods are soft enough for aggressive bites. Now there's no point fishing a really stiff rod, because either the carp might break you on the bite, and plus 40 metres, we want nice soft action in the rod. It keeps it all nice and tidy. Right, that's for the 40 metre line. I'm going to have a cheeky line close in. I've got a 10-foot monster quiver. That is paired with a 320 Centris, 5 pound sinking mono again. Hook lengths are 0.15 because of the carp, so we don't get broke on the bites. Size 14 kkm. Going back to my main 40 metre line, I'll be fishing a 20 gram cage, simply because I like to fish a cage. I know we're fishing in about 10-12 foot of water, but what I want to do is I want to create a column of coming out of the feeder, so that as it goes down, that column will form, and hopefully because of the depth of water, they're not all feeding on the bottom. So this is going to create a column and drag the fish down to the feeding area. I'm going to put 20, 25 big feeder fulls of ground bait out using a bait up feeder, probably about this size, full of worms, ground bait obviously, pellets, dead maggots, you name it is going to be in it. So that's their plan of action for today. My rig today, really simple. I've got a quick change swivel on the end, one of the new ones from Preston, one of the new protector bushes there, so your swivel will hang over the top, don't damage your line. And I've simply got a little float stop there which will pull off, if we get snapped off, that will pull off easy in the water, so the fish won't be carrying a feeder around. And it's as simple as that, it's a simple rig. So there we go, as we said. I'll hold that up so you can see that. There we go. Quick change swivel, 6-inch twizzle boom. I've got a little homemade feeder boom on there and a 20-gram cage feeder. Simple as that. Baits we're going to use today, I've got some dead red maggots, some 6mm pellets, some micro pellets, obviously red maggots, some worms, and these little bad boys. Look at them, little red worms. Now they are brilliant for when it gets a little bit harder and you can't get a bite. 2 red worms on the hook, and they will pull that tip round. Right, one little thing I do is that don't like chopping all my worms up before I start. I like my worms to be moving on the bottom when they come at my feeder. A little bit of movement would attract the fish. Some people don't like that, I do. So I won't chop my worms up until I'm just about to fish with them. So, plus I control, if sometimes if they're going to have worms, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Especially in the colder months, sometimes they won't take worms. But, as I said, I always chop mine up just before I use them, so I don't waste them. They're not cheap to buy, so I don't waste them. If they want more worms, I can give them some, but if I've chopped up half a kilo already and they shy away from the worm, I've wasted half a kilo, which means you've wasted your money. That's my little tip. Chop them as you need them. So we're going to put a load of bait out, probably 25, 30 feeder fulls. I'm using the smallest bait up feeder. And so I'm going to just using a 12-6 Superior for that, with the absolute sinking braid. Simply, I chuck it out, I don't know stretching the line. So when I feeder it to the bottom, I can pull it quickly, the bait will come out straight away. No messing around, much quicker process, simple as that. Fill it up, not too tight so it comes out a bit quicker. All clipped up at the same distance, hits a clip, down we go. There we go. Because I'm on braid, one sharp pull, that's it, feeder's empty that quick. No stretch. Do it again. Fill the feeder, gently squeeze so it comes out easy with one swift pull. And again, hit the clip. There we go. Empty. Come to catch some bream today. We fed a short line as well with some ground bait, or probably 10 balls of ground bait and pinging pellets over the top. We have caught some bream. When we've gone back on the short line, we've had a few bream on that short line, but the water's so clear, we've actually had quite a few carp, and I've got a carp on now that nearly pulled the rod off the rest. This monster quiver, short rod, is fantastic for like close in range fishing. But these carp, good me, they really hang on. Like they're on steroids. And here we go. Oh, another one for the net. That was caught on a banded pellet. 6mm banded pellet. We've been firing 6mm pellets over the top. I'll just let you have a look at him. That's if he doesn't go back in the water, because they're quite lively. There we go, probably £3, £4, but the way they fight, you wouldn't believe that. They actually rip your arm off. Okay, bream on cue. There we go. Carp last chuck, and now it's a bream. There we go. Nice soft rod. This monster quiver's ever so soft. Great for fishing in close. It needs to be soft. The fish really do bang the heads. So a stiff rod, although there's lots of carp in here, it's still really important to fish a soft rod, because they really pull hard. And this is definitely a bream, I can feel it. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's a good one as well. That's a proper bream, that. Oh, proper bream. Look at this, you'll see this. Hopefully we can land him. Look at this, look at the size of that. Look at that. God. That's what we come to Albans Lakes for. Look at that. God. Look at that. It's absolutely superb. Mwah. Let's see if we can catch another one. There's loads of bream. They'll just wipe you out if you put 2 balls of ground bait in at the start and fed a few pellets every now and again. The softly approach just won't work on the venues like this. You've got to put the snap in. If you don't put the bait in when they come in, they'll eat everything you've put in a matter of minutes, and they'll just move on. And you think, oh, they've just gone. All they've done is eaten everything you've put in. Now that's look, there you go, look, on the drop, look, there we go, it's another bream. There you go, look at that. Proof's in the pudding. Another bream on the drop. So that's now in match conditions. I've just had 2 bream and 2 chucks for probably £6 or £7. Now who knows, we go back out there again, catch another one. So there we go, positive feeding, lots of bait, lots of fish. Know the venue that you're fishing. There's lots of fish in there. Be prepared that if they turn up, they're going to eat everything you put in. So make sure your feeding's positive and be confident what you're doing. I always say at Albans Lakes, it's not over till the fat lady sings. And on a lot of venues, it's the last 2 hours that are most important. Keep your nerve, keep your wits about you, keep feeding, and if you do it right, the rewards will be fantastic.